Welcome to the show, WWE Nation. This is SmackDown Spotlight, your update center for matches and news. Hit that bell, and let's begin. The wrestling world stands still today. One of the most respected and influential figures in Lucha Libre history, Rey Mysterio Sr., has passed away at the age of 66. Known to the world as the uncle and trainer of Rey Mysterio Jr., the man who helped bring Mexican wrestling to global prominence, Rey Sr. leaves behind a towering legacy that forever changed professional wrestling. His death isn't just the passing of a legend, it's the end of an era. The era of a visionary who redefined what it meant to be a wrestler, teacher, and innovator. The man who changed wrestling forever. Born Miguel Angel Lopez Diaz in Tijuana, Mexico, Rey Mysterio Sr. was not a product of privilege or fame. He built his career through sheer willpower, charisma, and love for the art of wrestling. In the 1970s, when Lucha Libre was defined by colorful masks and flamboyant showmanship, Rey Sr. added something new, a focus on athleticism and storytelling that elevated the craft to new heights. His matches weren't just about winning, they were about making fans believe in the struggle, the emotion, and the triumph of the human spirit. A legacy built on innovation. Rey Sr. didn't just wrestle, he invented a style. The breathtaking high-flying sequences, the quick reversals, and the aerial artistry that are now commonplace in WWE, AEW, and NJPW, all of that traces back to the philosophy of Rey Mysterio Sr. He saw wrestling not as brute force, but as a dance, a dialogue between two performers and their audience. He developed techniques that emphasized grace, speed, and psychology over size and power. To this day, every Hurricane Rana, every springboard dive, every agile counter owes something to his creativity. The teacher behind the legends. While fans know Rey Mysterio Jr. as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, few realize that the man behind his rise was his uncle, Rey Mysterio Sr. It was Rey Sr. who took a small, undersized teenager, dismissed by many as too short to ever make it in the sport, and turned him into a global icon. The training was relentless. In the sweltering gyms of Tijuana, Rey Sr. pushed his nephew to his limits, teaching not only the physical craft, but also the mental and emotional depth required to connect with an audience. What he passed down wasn't just skill, it was soul. Beyond bloodlines, a mentor to generations. Rey Sr.'s influence stretched far beyond his family. He trained a generation of wrestlers who would carry the flame of Lucha Libre across the world. Wrestlers like Psicosis, Juventud Guerrera, and dozens of others learned from him not just how to perform moves, but how to tell stories in the ring. His gym became a sanctuary for dreamers, young athletes who couldn't afford big opportunities, but had big ambitions. Rey Sr. believed in giving back, in creating paths for others that he himself never had. A forgotten pioneer. What makes his passing so bittersweet is how underappreciated Rey Mysterio Sr. remained throughout his life. Despite revolutionizing an entire art form, he never received the recognition he deserved from the global wrestling industry. He was never inducted into WWE's Hall of Fame, never honored on a major televised tribute, and often overlooked by the very organizations that benefited from his innovations. Yet he continued to work tirelessly, training, performing, and inspiring, because his love for wrestling was bigger than fame or money. An industry's hypocrisy. It's impossible not to feel frustrated seeing the sudden flood of tributes from promoters, executives, and wrestlers who ignored him while he was alive. The sad truth is that wrestling has a history of honoring its heroes too late. Rey Sr. deserved to stand on the grandest stage, to hear his name chanted by thousands, to be given his flowers while he was still here. Instead, he remained in the background, the quiet genius whose fingerprints are on every high-flying match you've ever loved. His work lives on in every ring, every time a young wrestler soars through the air, every time a fan gasps at an unbelievable move, they're witnessing Rey Mysterio Sr.'s influence. The DNA of his innovation is everywhere, from Mexico to Japan, from AEW to WWE. Modern wrestling's most thrilling moments are built on the foundation he created decades ago. The world might not have always said his name, but his presence was always there, in every flip, dive, and cheer. A philosophy beyond the ring, Rey Sr. believed wrestling was both art and discipline. He taught that success required not only skill, but humility, empathy, and respect. To him, being a wrestler wasn't just about performing. It was about connecting with people, making them feel something. That philosophy continues to guide those he trained. They speak of him not just as a coach, but as a mentor who taught them how to live with purpose and honor. The symbolism of his passing, Rey Sr.'s death, comes at a time when wrestling is more global and diverse than ever, something he always dreamed of. The fact that wrestlers from every continent are paying tribute shows just how deep his influence ran. He may have started in the modest arenas of Mexico, but his ideas transformed wrestling worldwide. His passing serves as a reminder that true greatness doesn't always come with fame. It comes with impact. The family legacy continues now. The responsibility of carrying forward the Mysterio name falls to Rey Jr. and the next generation of the family. It's a bittersweet burden to continue the traditions and values of a man who built the foundation of their legacy. Rey Sr. may be gone, but his teachings live on in every Mysterio who steps through the ropes. The dynasty he began in Tijuana now spans the entire wrestling world, honoring a true artist. In an industry often driven by spectacle, Rey Mysterio Sr. stood for something purer, the artistry of wrestling. He didn't chase headlines or fame. He chased perfection. His matches weren't just contests. They were performances that told stories of resilience, courage, and joy. He taught that size didn't matter, that heart was everything, and that wrestling could unite people across languages and borders. The legacy that will never fade. Rey Mysterio Sr. may not have lived to see every honor he deserved, but his influence is immortal. The moves he created, the wrestlers he trained, and the values he instilled will live on forever. He proved that one man with passion and vision can change an entire industry. Wrestling today, in every style, every promotion, every country, carries his fingerprints. Farewell to a legend. As fans and wrestlers mourn his passing, the message is clear. Rey Mysterio Sr. was more than a performer. He was a teacher, an innovator, and a cultural icon. His story reminds us that true greatness isn't measured in titles or fame, but in the lives touched and the legacies left behind. The arenas may be silent tonight, but his spirit soars on. In every luchador who takes to the sky, in every fan who believes that wrestling is art, and in every heart that still beats for Lucha Libre. Rest in peace, Rey Mysterio Sr. Your body may be gone, but your soul will forever live in the ring.